This is TOS National News on your digital first Pan-African network, TOS TV. I am Adesu Waosui. To challenge the conduct of the March 6, 2021 local government elections by the Delta State Independent Electoral Commission, 48 political parties have filed a lawsuit before the Federal High Court Asaba, Delta State. Instituted by All Grand Alliance Party, Mega Party of Nigeria, and New Generation Party of Nigeria on behalf of others, this suit is praying the court to compel DSEIC to include them on the ballot. Filed on February 19, 2021, the applicant is seeking an order of mandamus to compel the DSEIC to comply with the judgment of the Court of Appeal of Nigeria. In appeal, Advanced Congress of Democrats and 210 ORs, according to the applicants, the Court of Appeal judgment had declared the act of deregistering their political parties as illegal and ordered their relisting by INEC. Alex Oyoro, chairman of IGAP, has told journalists the aggrieved political parties had taken the action to deepen the nation's democracy. According to him, and I quote, "The relief sought by the political parties in the Federal High Court is to deepen our democracy because to disobey a judgment of courts is worse than banditry, kidnapping, and insurgency." The Borno state government has said it will create grazing fields and ranches for herders who are interested in establishing businesses in the state. On Monday, February 23rd, during the official launch of the Northeast Development Commission's Rapid Response Initiative in Maiduguri, Professor Babangana Zulum, state governor of Borno state, said the state had arable land of about 73,000 square kilometers, which could host herders. Zulum stated that across the 6 states of the Northeast, he had been advocating for creation of cattle breeding and pasture production centers that will provide economic boost to the region and boost the agricultural value chain of the sub-region. According to the governor, each state in the Northeast can provide not less than 5,000 hectares of land for pasture breeding centers where we can grow up to 2 to 3 million livestock. The governor said Borno State will seek to provide land to establish centers that would aid livestock production and boost agricultural activities in the state. On Monday, February 22nd, coalition of groups on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC stormed the private Abuja office of the former governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha. They called on President Muhammadu Buhari and the national leadership of the ruling party to intervene on the feud between the incumbent governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, and Rochas Okorocha. The feud took a bothersome twist last weekend after the senator, who represents Imo West, was arrested by the state government for allegedly breaking into sealed property owned by his wife. The group wore placards that reads, "Leaders must build on legacies, not destroy. We demand peace in Imo State." APC means peace. Restore peace in Imo State. Governor Uzodinma shun politics of vendetta and uphold love. Stop the use of thugs. Leaders should be respected. Rochas is a leader amongst others, while demanding for an apology from Governor Uzodinma. The group warned that as the feud came at the point the party was doing membership registration and evaluation exercise, it posed as a serious threat to the party's fortunes and progress in the southeast, making an appeal to President Buhari and Governor Mai Mala Buni, Chairman Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, to get involved and resolve the feud. The group revealed that they had submitted 16 complaints to embassies on the crisis in Imo State. On Monday, February 22nd, the People's Democratic Party said the extension of the All Progressive Congress membership registration by 3 weeks was an indication that the exercise had failed. In a statement by Kola Ologbodinyo, PDP National Publicity Secretary, he explained that the extension will not change public rejection of the ruling party. According to the opposition party, the APC membership registration has been trailed by serious conflict among leaders of the ruling party. The PDP has said, and I quote, "Our party is already aware of the confusion in the APC after genuine reports from the field indicated a huge reduction in APC membership profile, given that more than half of its members across the federation refused to validate their membership, while most regular Nigerians who they approached responded with vehement apathy. Nigerians are also aware of the bitter disagreement among the desperate APC power mongers from Kogi, Lagos, and Kaduna states over allocation of membership figures, as well as location for final compilation of APC fictitious membership inventory. The public now know why the APC desperately sidestepped its original membership register in the fraudulent exercise, as revealed by the recent outburst of the Minister of Information, Culture, and Tourism, Lai Mohammed. It is indeed instructive that Nigerians have rejected the APC despite being loaded with money in Taraba, Kogi, Imo, Kaduna, and other states, despite the threat in Kano as well as attempt at nice registration in Enugu and some other states. Such rejection only goes to validate the fact that majority of Nigerians are not ready to dine on the same table with the APC, even with the longest of spoons. The PDP therefore counsels the APC not to waste its time with the shenanigan of an extension, as such cannot change the reality of the rejection by Nigerians. Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, has said the kidnapping of students is not a peculiar crime to Nigeria. He added that the most developed countries of the world, including the United States, also experience school kidnapping. The minister stated this on Monday, February 22nd at an interview. He also insisted that the government would not pay ransom to secure the release of the abducted students and members of staff of Government Science Secondary School in Kagara, Niger State, adding that the government was employing kinetic and non-kinetic means to ensure the release of the abductees. He says, and I quote, "Even in the most developed countries of this world, school kidnapping takes place. Last year in the US, we all witnessed 3 to 4 kidnappings, and that is in probably one of the most developed countries in the world. The thing about terrorism is that the terrorists don't live by your own rules, and they're especially interested in soft targets. They know that what is going to get global attention is kidnapping school children. We must be careful. We can't turn all our schools into barracks. What is important is intelligence gathering, surveillance rather than the physical presence of the soldiers or policemen. We are dealing with people who don't think like you and I. We are dealing with people who don't have any rules of engagement, people whose motivation is completely different from mine and yours. And anywhere in the world, this is how terrorists operate. But the most important thing is to learn from what is happening and adapt." According to reports, some students and staff of Kagara were kidnapped when bandits stormed the school on Wednesday, February 17th. A student was also reportedly killed by the bandits during the attack. You're watching TOS National News on your digital First Pan African News Network, TOS TV. We'll be right back after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. The Rivers State House of Assembly has passed into law a bill to enforce the use of face masks in public places in the state. Sponsored by Sam Oge, Chairman, House Committee on Health and member representing a Moha constituency, the bill was passed yesterday. Speaker Ikunyi Owaji Ibani regretted that citizens were lackadaisical in their cooperation with the government's effort to protect them from the deadly pandemic. He said the first fundamental duty of government is to protect life and property, and if government has directed in the interest of all that we should wear face masks, wash our hands, these are the basic minimum that anyone can do to ensure basic hygiene. He must do this to help the government. The COVID-19 pandemic is killing, deaths have been recorded, and we must play our own role to live for the future. He emphasized on the fact that the law had become necessary to allow security agencies enforce the use of face masks in public. The Nigeria Police and other security agencies should also help in enforcing the wearing of face masks, especially in public places. If you're home, you are very likely to be duty-bound to wear a face mask. But when you go to public places where you have others, the onus is on you to protect yourself and protect others. So the Ministry of Health has to liaise with security agencies to ensure every resident of the state complies with the law. Zamfara State's Governor Bello Matawali has said the students and staff of Government Science Secondary School Kagara, Niger State, kidnapped by bandits last Wednesday, were being kept in Bimi Gwari, Kaduna State, by the abductors. The governor disclosed this on Sunday night and gave assurance that the abductees would soon be released. In his words, the students of Kagara are located around Bimi Gwari in Kaduna State, which I believe very soon they will be back home. He asked for cooperation from stakeholders with the belief that it will unlock success in the country's fight against criminality. The governor said, as you are aware, the security issue needs more commitment from all stakeholders. We have 2 major problems of insecurity in the north with banditry and Boko Haram. The security operatives are doing their best, but we must all put our hands on deck to succeed. Another issue is that all the leaders who are stakeholders must come to terms with the challenges at hand and speak with one voice. Sheikh Gumi on Monday, February 22nd, said bandits either kidnap to get money or go on killing spree as revenge for killing of their kingsmen. Describing this as ethnic revenge, he said bandits usually attack persons in villages when they had discovered that a nomadic man was killed by people of a particular village. He noted that when threatened, they fully mobilize others, even from across borders, to defend their kingsmen. He said, "There is no excuse for crime. This is a population that is pushed into criminality. Peaceful people. We have lived together thousands of years without any problem with the nomadic headsmen. So what happened? Something happened. It's a war between the Fulani nomad and others, including the Fulani that is sedentary. I call them militants and not bandits because they are fighting an ethnic war. When the burnout is, that is ethnic war. Maybe a nomadic man went to that village and was killed and lynched. So they came in groups and ransacked the village, not to steal, but to revenge, and this is their mode of instilling fear. That killing is not because of criminality, but ethnic revenge, and they don't attack a village except the village did something to one of them." You're watching TOS National News on your digital First Pan-African News Network, TOS TV. Still ahead, business and sports. Do stay tuned. Hadiza Bala Usman, Managing Director of the Nigerian Port Authority, said a total of 3,972 vessels were called into Nigerian ports in 2020 compared to 4,251 vessels in 2019. While addressing maritime correspondents in a virtual forum on Monday, Bala Mohammed said that the nation also witnessed a drop in cargo throughout 2020. According to her, in 2019, a total of 4,251 vessels were called into their ports based on data from the ship traffic. In 2020, they had 3,972. In terms of cargo throughout, there were 78.4 million metric tons in 2020, while the nation recorded 80.2 million metric tons in 2019. She added that the new licensing regime, the Marine and Operations Directorate, would embark on new licenses in 2021, which will be stricter to ensure the barges are functional. Bala Usman wants trucks to desist from parking along the port corridors since they could not drive into the ports to receive a cargo without using the e-call up app, a process which she explained was free, inclusive of onboarding, but the truckers would pay when they were exiting the truck park, though it would not be operational till February 27. Chief Timothy Silva, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, said on Monday that the federal government National Gas Expansion Program was expected to lift over 100 million Nigerians out of poverty. Silva described the program as a practical demonstration of President Muhammadu Buhari's commitment to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty by using gas value chain as catalyst for social and economic development in the country. The program is geared towards the implementation of President Buhari's June 12, 2019 promise to take 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within the current decade by making sure that locally produced, available, accessible and affordable fuel is sufficiently supplied across the country. The minister said Nigeria was richly endowed with mineral resources, specifically hydrocarbons, crude oil and natural gas, with proven gas reserve of over 200 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. These had presented the country with opportunities to use gas as a catalyst for social economy renaissance. And in sports, Lagos-based Nigerian Professional Football League (NPFL) side MFM yesterday confirmed the appointment of Olalekan Gabriel as their interim head coach. Tony Bolos, who resigned a few days ago, was replaced by Gabriel, who was in charge of the team on Sunday when they beat Adamawa United 2-0 in an NPFL match played at the Agege Stadium, Lagos. Davidson Adejuwon, MFM's director of football, said the ex-shooting star Shark FC Union Bank Gombe United player will work as the team's new manager on an interim basis. Before he was appointed as the caretaker of the Lukoya boys, coach Olalekan had been with MFM FC for over a decade after he retired from active football and served as assistant coach under Fidelis Ilechukwu and Tony Bolos. Ayimba and Orlando Pirates will trigger football rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa after a CAF Confederation Cup draw in Cairo yesterday placed both clubs in Group A. North African teams Entente Setif of Algeria and Al Ahly Benghazi of Libya completes this section lineup in the African equivalent of the UEFA Europa League. Setif and Ayimba have both won the CAF Champions League twice each, and Pilots won once. Benghazi did well to reach the last 16 as they cannot play at home due to security reasons. Title holders were Nizam Bakani of Morocco are in Group B with JS Kabylie of Algeria, Cotton Sport of Cameroon, and N Napsa Stars of Zambia. Berkane edged Pyramids of Egypt 1-0 in the 2020 final and hoped to become the first of 5 Moroccan winners of the competition to successfully defend the title. 2 Tunisian teams in Group C will have a chance provided Etoile Sahel gets past Young Bouffalés of Iswani in a delayed second leg, having established a 2-1 aggregate lead in the Southern African Kingdom. The winners will join record 3-time Confederation Cup winners CSFCN of Tunisia and 2 West African contenders, Salitas of Burkina Faso and ASC Giraffe of Senegal. In Group D, Raja Casablanca of Morocco and Pyramids are in place with Nkana of Zambia, who have never lost at home in 64 CAF matches, and the winners between Namungo of Tanzania and Primeiro Agosto of Angola. The first group matches are set for Wednesday, March 10, and the last for Wednesday, April 28, with section winners and runners-up advancing to the quarterfinals. That is the TOS National News on your digital First Pan-African News Network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS TV Network. I'm Adesu Alsi. Thank you for watching.
But we as a continent have now defined ourselves.